At the beginning of the fall 2021 semester, we enrolled Scholastic Advisors into courses in Canvas as observers to student athletes. While the technical pieces were carefully planned and tested over the summer, we did not appropriately communicate to faculty that there would be an individual enrolled in courses listed as an observer, nor did we provide information on what these observers could and could not view in their role linked to student athletes. The first week of the semester, we unenrolled these observers from courses in Canvas. Since that time, the LMS implementation teams have worked closely with the Faculty Senate Executive Committee, athletics, and leadership in the Provost's office to design an opt-in process for faculty who choose to participate in the program and create a communication campaign for faculty. We have also consulted with peer institutions on similar efforts they have put in place. In the spring semester, we will relaunch the observer role for NCAA reporting purposes of student athletes. You'll hear from Senior Associate Athletics Director Joe Fields on the value of the program, as well as student athlete Peter Simmons. We will also demo the opt-in process in ORCA for those who choose to participate. Lastly, we will share what observers can and cannot view in a Canvas course. A special thanks to members of the Faculty Senate Executive Committee, Drs. Patricia Smith, Andrew Tagg, Janice Epstein, and Terry Pantuso, for their immense contributions to these efforts.
Howdy, my name is Peter Simmons. I'm both a full-time student and an athlete at Texas A&M University. As a student athlete, I'm required to maintain NCAA eligibility to compete. To monitor the status of my eligibility, the athletics department has partnered with the Canvas implementation teams with the Office of the Provost to create the student observer role. This allows my Scholastic Supervisor to be assigned a specific role that provides them access to view how I'm keeping up with my studies in each of my courses in Canvas. This ensures I'm staying on track in my classes, while also managing my schedule with practice, travel, film study, and lift. The information the Student Observer role provides our Scholastic Supervisor allows them to intervene before student athletes like myself get too far behind in our courses. Our learning specialists within the Center for Student Athlete Services are able to view our courses from a student perspective, which gives our learning specialists better insights into how best support each student athlete. We choose Texas A&M not just for our sport, but for the incredible academic opportunities it affords us. Each piece of the academic support puzzle allows us to represent the university to the best of our abilities, both in uniform and in the classroom. The Student Observer role will offer another layer of support to our success as student athletes at Texas A&M. Thanks, and giggle.
Howdy. My name is Joe Fields, and I serve as the Senior Associate Athletic Director. Our team in the Center for Student Athlete Services values our partnerships and relationships with faculty in supporting our students. NCAA rules and regulations require student athletes to meet certain academic benchmarks to be eligible for competition. Due to these requirements, we provide academic support and resources while actively monitoring their academic progress. Our professional staff is committed to the core values of our university and the NCAA standards regarding academic integrity. Help us support our student athletes at the highest level academically by opting into the new Student Observer role feature in Canvas. Peter has shared how this access can benefit him as a student athlete. We have also consulted with other SEC schools using Canvas to best learn how this feature helps support student athletes at an institution like Texas A&M. Opting into this feature has benefits for you as a faculty member as well. This feature allows you to be able to easily identify who is a student athlete in your class and who to communicate with in our unit if you need to do so. Currently, we send progress reports twice a semester and often additional emails asking for information about a student's progress in your course. With this feature in Canvas, you will not need to fill out those requests, and we can minimize the number of emails we send to you because we can view the same information shared with our student athletes. Thank you for your continued support of our students.
Howdy. Instructors of record assigned to teach a course with student athletes enrolled will be able to opt in to having Scholastic Supervisors in their Canvas course who are paired with each student athlete. This video will demonstrate how to use ORCA to do this. If you are an instructor of record for a course with student athletes, when you first log into ORCA at orca.tamu.edu, a prompt will appear that says, "You have Scholastic Supervisors assigned to students in course sections you are assigned to teach this semester." Click Review to update your opt-in preferences. When you click Review on the prompt, you can update your opt-in preferences and view the Scholastic Supervisors that will be enrolled in your Canvas courses with the Student Observer role. You will also be able to see the student athlete that each Scholastic Supervisor will be assigned to. To view the course, the student athlete, and the Scholastic Supervisor, click on each of the arrows next to the term, and the information will display in the table. Once you are ready to update your preferences, you can opt in or out on this page. To opt in, select Yes. To opt out, select No. When you have made your selection, click Save to confirm. Once you have updated your preferences, the date they were last updated will appear next to the selection area. You will also receive an automatically generated confirmation email. If you close the initial ORCA prompt, it will disappear, but will reappear in the next ORCA page that you access. If you dismiss this notification, you will receive a message that says, "Are you sure you want to dismiss?" You can still access the same options for opting in without using the prompt by clicking on your NetID on the top right of your screen in ORCA and selecting User Settings. If you don't update your preferences in the appropriate time, you will automatically opt out of having Scholastic Supervisors in your Canvas course. At that point, you can only opt in outside of ORCA. You will need to email the Office for Academic Innovation to request to opt in. This concludes the demonstration. Thanks for watching and gig 'em. Howdy! In this video, we will provide an overview of what the Student Observer role can and cannot view. This video will include a side-by-side demo of the student and the Student Observer perspectives to highlight a few key differences. Users in the Student Observer role will have limited access to the student or students they are observing. The role's permissions allow them to view course content such as modules and pages, syllabi, announcements, and assignment details. They also have the ability to view the grades of the assigned student. Student observers will appear to instructors in the course roster from the People section where they will be listed with their paired students. Student observers can view all class discussions as well as peer interactions by their assigned student in peer review and in group assignment submissions. They do not have the ability to submit assignments or quizzes. To view the course features that the student observer can access and use and a full list of permissions, visit the URL on the screen. There are different constraints on the student observer role when using third-party tools in Canvas. Depending on the tool, users with the role may not have access to view content and submissions and may be able to view other students' interactions. To view a full list of enterprise tools that the student observer role can access and view, visit the URL on the screen. As a reminder, we also have 4 additional observer type roles in Canvas: faculty peer evaluator, student peer mentor, transcriber, and visiting student. For a full comparison between the student observer role and the 4 observer type roles, visit the URL on the screen. Thanks and gig 'em.